From the Shooting from the Lip studio in Louisville, Kentucky, it's the KT Unearthly Show with your hosts, Kevin Hale and Tiffany Mac.
Hey guys, Kevin Hale with you here for this edition of the KT Unearthly Show. It's a special edition as we're kind of doing a little tongue-in-cheek being the KT Earthly Show with our special guest, Remy Michaels. Remy is an adventure trail runner, exercise physiologist, nutritionist, photographer, animal activist. The guy is everywhere. He recently completed a challenge at the Grand Canyon. So he calls in and shares some really great stories, things that he's into and what he's all about. So Remy called in at the end of a KT Unearthly show, and Tiffany and I got to chat with him with his latest adventure. So here it is. Enjoy. Peace out. Remy Michaels, who just finished up. He finished up a successful run, Canyon. And he's calling in tonight to obviously brag on himself because he did what he, not a lot of men have done. But he's our guy, so he can come on and brag on our show anytime. Remy, what's up?
Not much. How about you guys?
Not much. I love that answer because that's what I usually say, and it's so inaccurate. Tell us about your trip.
Oh, my God, so far this week. Well, first of all, I have to tell you, I did have a nap half an hour ago. You were wondering what I was up to. Pretty tired today. I think the heat has really knocked me out this week, I'll be honest with you, because I've gone through such extreme temperatures the entire week. I started off in Las Vegas, drove to Utah, which I stayed in Zion National Park, and did a few runs over there, went a little further north to Bryce Canyon, Utah, and then came back to Zion, and then drove to the north rim of the Grand Canyon, and then went completely around to the south rim of the canyon. So I've gone through temperature ranges of, let's just say at Phantom Ranch today, which is the midpoint of the Grand Canyon between the south and north rim, it was 121 degrees.
Oh, geez.
This morning, when I was taking photographs of the Perseid meteor shower, it was 48. It was 48 degrees.
Oh my goodness!
I was wearing go on. Sorry.
Oh my gosh! So So while you're on these runs, I'm assuming that you have had some spiritual experiences. Can you describe any of them for us?
Oh my God, there's so many. This particular trip is one for the ages, and I'll focus on one particular incident. I was in Zion the other day, running through the forest, and you got to understand, if you've ever been to Zion National Park, and anybody listening who's actually been there will tell you it's probably, in my opinion, the nicest, most beautiful national park in the United States. It is phenomenal. Okay, rugged, tough, lush forests, mountainous. Anyways, I'm coming around this bend, and I was roughly around 6 miles into the run, so that would be the distance from the roadway. And I came upon a pack of, and this is as many as I counted. There could have been more. 15 bighorn sheep. And
oh my God!
It was.
Were they cliffside? Were they hanging on the edges?
Well, believe it or not, a couple of them were cliffside, and a few of them were staring right at me. And the amazing thing is, and I don't know if you saw them on Instagram, I posted a beautiful picture of one of the sheep actually walked towards me, and I didn't move. You know what I mean? One thing I joke about, being called the animal whisperer and stuff, because I have a few friends at home that call me that. Because for whatever reason, you put me in a room and you let a couple of dogs or animals, anybody in there, even women that for that matter, they all gravitate to me for some reason. Okay, and
I can't see why.
I call it positive energy, I guess, right? So, anyways, here's this sheep walking towards me, and in all honesty, like I never feel fear when I see these animals in that setting. To me, it's majestic. And I learned a long time ago, especially when I was in Africa, and I was taught this, is that animals can sense fear. And it was amazing. This was an amazing experience, Tiffany, because he was so close. He was literally within 10 feet, okay? And I could see his heart beating. I could see his chest pumping. And all he was doing was staring at me. And
I'm looking at his picture, and it's incredible.
Yeah, like he's looking at me, I'm looking at him, and I'm showing no aggression. Now, this is one thing I got to tell you. Whenever I'm in that setting, I never get excited to the point where suddenly I'm reaching for camera equipment, I'm doing whatever, because you don't want to startle the animal on top of that, right?
Right.
I usually keep a camera handy with me, like tied to my wrist, so that I can just flip it around and take a quick shot, which is what I did here. Now, this particular male, basically, he just stared at me, and then he looked down, and he starts eating. And like he couldn't care less I was there. And it was almost a signal, because as soon as he started eating, all the other ones were eating. So it was the weirdest thing that I'm standing amongst all these beautiful creatures, animals, and they're all eating. And then, you know what? It actually made me hungry, because, I was 6 miles into my run. I had another 6 to go. So, no, I didn't start eating the grass, Kevin, in case you thought I jumped down and started eating grass or whatever. But I was really hesitant to reach into my backpack and start unraveling, snacks and stuff like that, because that would have freaked them out, right? But you know what? For about 5 minutes or so, this went on, this little ordeal. And then he looked up at me, and literally, it was the weirdest thing, okay? Literally eye contact, and I'm not exaggerating. And it's like, I don't know, it's call it spiritual, call it what you want. There was this connection to me of souls together. We're breathing
it's
the
soul
same
connection.
air.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
We're breathing the same air. We're in the same space. And you know what? He just kind of looked at me and then, turned around and walked the other way. And it's funny, because he was maybe 5 feet into his little strut, and then he kind of turned around and kind of gave me this look, but not a look of aggression, and then just continued on. And I'll be honest with you, incidents like that, like situations like that, just floor me. Like, it just energizes me, because in all honesty, the next 6 miles of my run, by the time I was finished, I don't even think I felt anything, because I was so euphoric at the feeling of this. And to be honest with you, I was dying to find a Wi-Fi spot so I can post a picture. That's the problem when you go visit these locations. There's no signal, okay? Like, it's ridiculous. Like, the other night, Tiff, when you jumped in and you called, I appreciate that, by the way. It was very kind of you to get away from your daily duties and make the effort.
My mommy duties.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? But it's amazing when you're in these, like, canyon ranges and mountainous ranges. It's amazing how you have no cell phone coverage. It's just, but you know what? The people there deal with it. It's amazing. Like, you talk to the locals there and you ask about the news and stuff. They have no clue and they don't care. To be honest with you, I guess that's why they look so relaxed and happy, because they're not stressed out by everyday life, right? So, but that was just one, Tiffany. There were quite a few of those little spiritual experiences this week. It was just, I don't know. It was amazing. Like, I packed a lot of traveling within a short time frame, but I actually like doing that. I function well that way. I'll be very tired next week by the time I get back, and I'll sleep for a while. But to me, when I'm away,
I can't imagine you actually getting tired. I mean, you just seem like you're so full of energy, and like you just go, 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 go. Do you crash?
Well, yeah. When I'm down for the count, I'm down for the count, right? And yesterday was a perfect example. Like, here I am. I was going to be up at literally 4:30 in the morning to prepare myself for this canyon run, which, by the way, is from the south rim to the north rim back to the south rim. It's a total distance of 48 miles. And just so you know, I'm a 5-time canyon champ. That's what I call myself. because it's the fifth time I've done it like that. So this one was rewarding in many ways because I guess I had a lot of things on my mind this time. I had to get rid of a lot of frustrations and stuff like that. But it was just, it was special to me just because of all the things that occurred along this journey, seeing animals, just being in the right place at the right time to see a lot of things. And last night, as I said, here I am. I'm supposed to be up at 4:30 preparing myself to do this. You know, most people, if they got to walk around the block, have to make sure they sleep 10 hours. I was getting ready to run 48 miles, and I literally slept, not a word of lie, maybe an hour and a half, because I couldn't get to sleep. I'm outside watching the meteor shower. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I know. Wasn't it fantastic?
Oh, Did you see?
I can't even imagine. Yes, but I can't even imagine being there. I did see it, and I'm telling you, I saw 11 last night, and I wait and I wait and I wait, but I'm telling you, you are out in a spot where it has to be as clear as God can make it for you to see.
Well, totally. And you know what? The thing is, last night, and you know what? Like a lot of people, that's why I always, in one of my previous seminars that I've done with you guys, I've always said that people, you got to go out and enjoy yourself and just enjoy nature and just take a breather in life in that, because the average person doesn't. You know what I mean? They don't. I don't know. I can't imagine being any different, to be honest with you. I guess I've always been like that. I've always liked the outdoors and stuff. But last night was truly a spiritual experience, and it's impossible not to feel that, because I'll tell you something. It didn't get rolling really until about 1 o'clock in the morning, and the irony is there was a park ranger that actually was doing a little bit of a night walk with a bunch of people. I think it was a group of maybe 20 people from the South Rim. These are people that were probably camping or staying in the lodges or whatever. So they were kind of doing a little walk down towards the rim, and she was explaining stuff, and it was interesting to listen to, because it's funny, even though I was far from them, I could hear her voice because it was echoing, right? And they were having a great time, and everybody was saying the same thing, like, oh my God, this is crazy and stuff. And I was kind of parked in a place where I'm taking pictures, right? Nobody saw me until they actually came upon me, right? And I actually said to a few of them, hey, you should stay, you know what I mean? It's actually going to be peaking probably between 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning. And, you know, I guess they had enough and stuff. And it was an amazing experience, because here I am, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Now there's no one around me. I mean, nobody. And I'm looking up in the sky going, my God, it looks like it's 10 times crazier than it was when these people were here, because it was. Because what had happened too was the moon was on the horizon. So when you're in a dark sky like that, especially in an area like the Grand Canyon where every little inch of light makes a difference, as soon as the moon went below the horizon, it actually made the sky even darker. So you could see that much more. But it was just amazing to see, because you know what? Kevin and I chatted about this, joked about the X-Files, and you know, I kind of made a joke to him about that. You know what? You're looking up in the sky, and I'm telling you, you start thinking things like, you know what? There's no way we're alone. You know what I mean? It's impossible to think that. You know what I mean? Like, there's just, I don't know. And as I said, you know, I'm getting bombarded by meteors. Like, it's like, oh my God, like this is crazy. And I'm not just talking little specks. Like, they were starting to slash across the sky. Like, you could literally see the chain of it, right? The tail of it as it's going through the sky. And I'm like, this is crazy. And you know, I'm talking to myself. I think as I'm getting older too, I tend to talk to myself a little bit. I might end up in a straitjacket in a couple of years, because some of you might hear me talking to myself and think this guy's nuts. But you know what? The funny thing last night, and this was comical to me, I'm taking a couple, and actually it was around that time where I took that picture that I actually posted. I'm just sitting there, and I love the silence, and that's one reason why I love going to these destinations, because I always take a moment and just listen to nothing, okay, except the wind and the sound of nature and stuff. And I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I hear like munching going on behind me. And I'm thinking, where the hell is that coming from? I start looking around, you know what I mean? Of course, it's pitch black, and I'm looking around. I'm thinking, okay, what is it? So things it could be anything over there. It could be a mountain lion. It
Bigfoot.
could be,
It's probably Bigfoot.
yeah,
I'd say
well,
it's
yeah,
Bigfoot.
it did cross my mind, but you know what? The steps did not sound like Bigfoot. They were little smaller steps. But yeah, thanks for throwing that in. But anyways, I thought, okay, how am I going to look without alerting everything around me or whatever it is? So I decide on my little pocket camera just to do a quick flash, right, without taking a picture. Well, it was hilarious. I do a little flash behind me, and I see 5 elk literally about 10, 15 feet behind me eating. And I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. And, you know, and the thing with the nature thing too is I think when you get close to them like that, or they feel comfortable enough to come to you, trust me, these animals know you're there, usually before you do. And it goes to say a lot that if they're actually, I guess, curious enough or fearless enough to come towards you, I guess you must make them feel comfortable. So I guess I must put out a really positive vibe because it doesn't bother them at all.
Here's what I think about this. I think that you are an evolved being. You're a spiritually evolved being, and they recognize that. I feel that, you know, when you have this serenity and this love of nature, that it is deep within you, and it resonates from your soul, and it connects with these other beings, and they are other beings, and it's something that we probably all need to practice.
And
that's
the operative word, Tiffany, and sorry to cut you off, but that's
yes.
the word, practice.
Yes,
because
practice.
You have to be out there to practice. Now,
right.
One thing I was going to tell you, and you'll appreciate this because you have a young one at home. As I left them alone, I'm taking my pictures now. All of a sudden, I hear like what sounded like a baby crying. Now I'm getting mad to myself. I'm thinking, who the hell is going to bring a baby out here at 1 o'clock in the morning, right? And again, I'm trying to listen. Where is this coming from? So I did the flash again, and it was kind of off to the left of where I was looking, and it was a baby elk with the mother, and she was like screaming. I guess he or she, the little one, was screaming at the mother, and the mother was just looking at her. And I'm going, okay, this is crazy. You know what I mean? And at this point, like I said, when you see that, you know, I don't move. You know what I mean? To me, as a person who's fortunate enough to have life and be on this planet, we're observers, okay? And that was my time to observe, not to interact, and just, you know, enjoy their company and watch. You know what I mean? Like the average person would have got so excited and jumped up and you know, started chasing them and that, which reminds me, I'll tell you about that in a second.
Chasing them?
Well, no, it's crazy because you go into these national parks and you hear these stories about people, don't get out of your vehicle and don't go after the animal and stuff. Well, I witnessed what I call stupidity Monday night when I was in Zion. And these were smaller. They were bighorn sheep. They were smaller. The one I saw that came face to face with me, there's no doubt in my mind that he was the alpha male because everybody looked at him and he was like the boss kind of thing. So anyways, there were a couple little ones on the side of the road. Well, don't these people decide they're going to get out of the car and start a traffic jam, okay, on scenic Route 9, which is the only route that goes through Zion, all right? And I swear to God, these people were like maybe 5-10 feet of them trying to get selfies with them with their iPhones. And I was getting mad at this point because I'm looking at the other ones and I saw a male kind of up in the distance. He was like on the side of a cliff, literally. These animals are incredible. The way they almost defy gravity. The way they stick to the walls of the canyon and stuff like that. It's the cliffs. It's crazy. Anyways. I had to walk up. I had to get out of my car and go to them and say, "Listen, you got to do not corner them, back off." Because what was starting to happen is, you know, there were 3 or 4 of them kind of pushing towards these 2 that had a little bit of courage to come closer to the road, right? Anyways, you could see a confrontation starting, and I had to warn them, of a few stories that some of the park rangers have told me where they've had issues where a bighorn sheep ends up on the roadway, and if he gets mad at you, he'll ram your car and start doing serious damage.
I'd say he could probably, I'd say he could probably do some damage with that head.
Oh yeah. You don't realize, Tiffany, you don't realize how big they are until they're roughly at your eye level. You know what I'm saying? And you see the size of their horns. Okay, and I'm sure you've heard them. You've probably seen them on nature shows when two of them are going at each other when they hit each other. Like
my God. It echoes throughout the canyon.
Yeah, but you know what? That's just. But again, you know what? I understand people's excitement because you know they see, and I actually applaud the fact that they're going into nature and they're trying to experience it. But again, going into nature and experiencing it also means you have to respect it. Okay, you're in their environment. Okay, we are not their environment. Okay, we are, basically on their turf, if you want. Okay, and you have to leave them alone. You know what I mean? And that's the best way to observe. Like today, I posted a picture a couple hours ago of a bison. Utah is one of the only states that actually has still free roaming wild bison, which is incredible. The other two large herds I heard are in Yosemite. Now, I saw them again this week, and the picture I posted was of the largest male I've ever seen. I don't know, this guy was on juice or something. It was unbelievable. Like, it was that noticeable how much bigger he was, okay? Mm-hmm. And I was probably 100 feet away. It's not like I'm coming any closer, but can I tell you something? He could smell me. Because I could see my camera, I could see his nostrils moving, okay, in my direction. They don't have very good eyesight, but they can smell. And the first thing he did, I could see him backing up a little bit. And that I couldn't see it from the distance I was at until I took the picture. That if you look at the picture, you'll see little legs behind him. So he had either one or two little babies behind him that he was protecting, which was, again, another wonderful experience to see. And just, you know what, that was my cue. As soon as I see that, okay, time to back off. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to start running towards it because I want to do a selfie with it, right? You know, I'm good enough.
Okay, here's my professional advice for you. If you want to get close, you've got to wear the pee. You've got to wear your doe urine.
Oh, I always keep a jug of that with me, eh?
My dad always does. My dad has always worn doe urine. I don't care what it's hunting for. It's doe urine.
Hey, listen, even in the city of Toronto, when I'm walking around, I spray some on.
You might as well. It like really attracts.
Whatever. Good Lord.
It's an aphrodisiac to all
Kevin,
women.
You don't understand?
And for all men. Sorry.
No, I don't. I don't understand.
See, Tiffany understands. Kevin, you got to get with the program, buddy. You know what I mean? I'm going to have to.
I'm a city guy. I don't spray.
It's
I don't
all about
spray
the urine.
animal. I don't spray animal urine on me. I spray
urine.
certain colognes and
It's really good when you put some in your hair. Eh? It gives you a really nice sheen when you put some in your hair too. Eh? It's quite nice.
Oh my God!
When you sweat,
give us. All right. Here's the next Remy sighting. Where will you be Monday night?
Monday night, I'll be flying home. I'll be flying home late Sunday night. So I'll be home Monday.
All right.
And so you know what? You want to know what the first thing? Yeah. Well,
what?
If I could fly, I would. Yes. The first thing I'm doing.
The wings of an eagle.
The first thing I'm doing, in all honesty, is what are you guys saying now?
I told Tiffany stop babbling. She's just babbling. Stop.
I love her babbling. I think it's very.
Of course. There's. Yeah, I know the whole eyes thing and the looks and the voice.
No, it's listen. As far as I'm concerned,
whenever Tiffany is on, I am playing for second place. I get that.
Let's just set the record straight. As far as I'm concerned, Tiffany can babble all she wants.
I figured that.
She's got a babble-free card. How about that?
Yeah. Anyways. All right.
Anyways, listen. Two things outside of the babbling. Two things I was going to tell you. Okay, the one thing that was super cool And I actually called my sister yesterday, Christiane. I hope she's listening right now. If she is, wave to her. I think she is. I told her I was going to be
Hi,
on,
Christiane.
So. Yeah, there you go.
Hi,
and
baby.
Mitchell, my nephew, might be listening. Anyway,
Mitchell.
I told her. Yeah. Actually, Sophia's probably listening, and Kyle, and who
Hi,
else?
Yeah,
Sophia
Big
and Kyle.
Kyle, yeah,
Who
they
else is
all
listening?
are.
Probably some
Mickey.
disgruntled ex-girlfriends too. I guess are probably listening.
Yeah, let's
Hi,
name a couple
ex-girlfriend.
of those. Let's
You
name
don't wanna
name
know.
Don't
one.
be a hater.
No. See,
I'm
Remy.
still recovering.
My
from
mind,
the
no, Remy. The way my mind works, I want to hear the one disgruntled girlfriend, and I want to hear why she's disgruntled.
No.
Uh-oh, there you go.
We'll do it off the air. Okay, that's strictly.
Well, you know what? I promise.
This is all positive. We're talking positive here. This is all
promise
positive.
not
and
to wink record that offline conversation.
yes, okay. This is all positive. Okay, that's why
Exactly.
I personally approve of Tiffany's babbling because that's very positive. Okay. Anyways, I was going to say here's a very positive thing. Okay. When I was at Zion this week, you know what? When you start doing these little jaunts like I do, you get to know people. Like I meet people everywhere I am, and I think that's why I never feel like I'm alone. I was actually told this, Tiffany, by two Havasapu Indians on two different occasions that I'm an old soul, which is why I tend to blend with a lot of people. And
you're in your 50s.
I think that sounds correct.
Yeah.
You're in your 50s.
Shut up, Kevin.
He's 50 some years old.
Yeah, but you know,
Hey, he looks
50
damn
years
good.
okay, but you know what? You know how old I am on Mars? I'm about 35 on Mars. So you know what? I'm still a young man.
Wait a minute. What's that got to do with anything?
Well, this is a show about extraterrestrial and UFOs, so I want to throw some angles out there. Okay?
No.
Then how old am I?
Whoa. Remy. I and Tiffany are the host of this paranormal show. We throw those angles out to you. If we don't throw them out to you, you can't use those angles.
Okay, well, listen, feel free to use my angles anytime you want.
All right, I'll feel free.
Hey, listen, I got to finish my story here.
That was a snort.
I got to finish these exciting stories,
angles.
okay? So, yeah. Anyways, listen to this. One of the park rangers, okay, yesterday was talking to me going, hey, listen, you've been all over the place, the canyon, this and that. And I said, yeah. And I said, well, we're going to do something for you. So she goes to talk to the supervisor. Supervisor comes out. Listen to this, okay? This is all off the record, by the way, even though everybody's listening. I will not divulge names, nothing. I don't want to get anybody in trouble or whatever. They presented me with a annual national park pass. I can go to any single park in the United States as many times as I want in the next year. And I could bring my family too. I could bring my family. So you know what?
Gosh.
The next time I go, I'm actually going to be going back to Zion in October. I'm just going to tear up Zion Park. It's going to be like crazy. I'm going to make up T-shirts. Remy tears up Zion. Okay. I was thinking I'll probably bring my 3 cats. I'll bring my 3 cats. They've never seen Zion.
We get the Canadian in him.
Well, I only did that to differentiate between myself and you guys. See, now I'm getting.
Oh, no. We heard the about.
About what?
About.
I think we heard sorry.
Story.
You know what I'm hearing right now? I'm hearing a lot of babbling. That's what I'm hearing.
Touche. What is it?
Not babbling.
No. All right. Actually, Remy, let's put you on the spot.
I'm not finished with my exciting story. Why are you cutting me off again? I'm not finished.
All right, go ahead. Finish your story.
It all started with, Remy, what are you going to do when you get back home? Okay, well, the first thing
you're right again.
The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to high five my cats and pet them and stuff like that. And the next thing, I actually have to get an X-ray done on my foot. Okay, now I told my sister this today. When I finished my run today, I visited the medics because I suspected something. When I was doing the Narrows, which is the beautiful canyon shots in Zion the other day, part of the run was running through knee-deep water, okay, with rocks and stuff, I banged my foot pretty hard, and I actually heard a crunch. So as I suspected, I more than likely have a fracture on 2 of my toes. So,
oh my gosh.
But the good thing is, they said to me today, it's a good thing you pulled them so you realigned them. So you want to talk hardcore, never mind Rambo and all. This is life, okay? This is me in the woods, okay? And I did it, and I'm just going to verify what I already know when I go on Monday. So, but the irony is, you know what? I still ran 48 miles on it today. So you know what? No pain.
Okay, so what you're doing is damage. You're doing damage. Stop.
Oh, damage. Geez, damage. What damage?
You're like a super trooper. You are our number one super soldier.
Okay, Tiffany, you know why I don't even feel the pain of my foot when I run? Because I float. I don't run. I float.
See, that's incredible, and I think that's meant for another show. I think that's a totally new topic.
Me, you float? That's
a totally new topic.
Kevin, are you still there? I wasn't sure if you're still there. Sorry.
I'm still here. You know,
I thought just Tiffany and I were having this conversation. I thought maybe you went to
that could be arranged. I can go let the dogs out. You know, who let the dogs out?
No.
I did.
Oh boy,
I'm on restriction.
Somebody's
Remember,
offended.
Kevin?
Somebody's hurt here.
No, I'm on restriction. I can't talk to men after midnight.
No, listen, you can babble all you want. Remember, we've already clarified that, so feel free, babble on. It doesn't matter. Just let's
let it out.
Do this. Let it out. You'll feel better.
Let's try this because, see, Tiffany, Remy is going to be our on-site correspondent because there's lots of stories that I do like that too. Right now, Remy, tell us where would you be Monday night, Wednesday night, or next Friday night? Those 3 nights, where would you be? And then we're going to determine when you'll be on again.
Oh, geez. I'll be huddled next to my computer listening to you guys. That's what I'll be doing.
When? Wait a minute, no, where? When? So you're going to be home all week next week?
It doesn't matter. Where I am, I could be, you know what? I could be in the middle of the highway. I'll pull over and just stop and listen.
No, wait a minute. Take your.
Remember, this is all about the.
It's all about Tiffany. No, it's all about Tiffany. Tiffany's not going to be on every show, buddy. So I need the truth.
I think deep down she wants to be on every show.
Well, I do know, but next week she'll definitely be on Wednesday and Friday. Yeah. So
she doesn't seem like doesn't seem to me like the type of person that likes to be second fiddle, eh? So that's why I think there's going to be.
She doesn't have to be. I've shoved her.
Power struggle happening there.
I've shoved her up front. You know, I'm content being the guy behind the scenes. So I'm Oz as far as I'm concerned.
Listen, Tiffany can take comfort knowing that personally I'm on Team Tiffany. So.
Amen.
Oh,
amen, brother. That's where we need to be. Team Tiffany.
High five.
High five. That's right. High five across the airwaves.
Yeah, go get that trending, Team Tiffany. Get that trending.
Yeah.
Hey, let's talk about something better. Listen, you got to know this though. Remember when we talked about what I do after my run? I'm looking forward to being when I return to Las Vegas tomorrow because. First thing, no, it's not the first thing. After I go say hi to a few people, I'm going to have my cognac. Woohoo!
Oh, you drink? What?
I told you that. What did you fall asleep when I said that on the radio or what?
Dude, I must have. Oh, my goodness.
Kevin, you could jump in and verify that I previously said that.
You did say that. You did.
See?
Cognac. I actually listen. I just got a new bottle as a gift from a friend from Boston. They gave me a bottle of something called Rivulet. Have you ever heard of it?
Yes.
Okay, it is a pecan flavored dessert, God, I can't even think right now. What's it called? Liqueur.
Yeah,
and I am going to use it. I'm going to use it for pancakes, man. I'm going to pour that over my pancakes. I'm going to just soak them. I'm going to soak my pancakes and liqueur.
All right.
And I'm going to eat like 10 of them.
Hold on.
It's not as nice as elk urine, but it's okay. Yeah.
We're down to a few seconds. So.
Oh boy.
Remy, next week, when do you think you have time to jump on the show next week? Monday, Wednesday, or Friday?
Well, you know what, Kevin? I'm easy. Just tell me when you want me there.
Okay. Maybe we're on to a Friday thing. Maybe that's just it. Maybe after we talk our paranormal, Remy comes on and gives us the week that he experienced and all the good vibes, the good karma he can share with us. Yeah, maybe that's it. You just come on Friday nights.
Okay.
That way you're guaranteed to talk to Tiffany. You're guaranteed to talk to Tiffany because this is really her show.
Maybe we should give him a challenge, and the challenge is an uplifting view of whatever the conversation is.
Okay. We can work with him during the week and let him, that way he can come in and kind of even interact maybe with the guests for the last part of their time. Yeah. Okay.
I like challenges.
I hear you.
All right.
Sounds like a plan. We'll put that.
Where's Russell tonight? What's going on with him?
Russ is Monday night only.
Okay. Well, I'm just checking. You know what I'm saying? I'm concerned because he's probably listening right now. Crying.
He is not listening. He is not listening. He is
not
probably
allowed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible. Yeah.
Well, he's just for tonight he takes the totally other extreme end approach to what we're talking about.
I'm going to put him on social media under hashtag former cool guy. How about that?
How about hashtag I'm a downer.
Yeah. Oh boy.
All right. We are, what time is it? Oh, Jesus Christ. We are 12:30, 30 minutes past.
It's only 9:30 here. I got lots of time. I got pictures to take
you
tonight.
do. I'm getting tired.
We got all kinds of things to do tonight.
I know.
Dude, Remy, we are cutting into Kevin's Tinder app.
Oh,
shut up. No, we're cutting into Tiffany's married life as well. So stop.
Oh,
Tiffany.
Yep. I've been restricted. No more men after midnight is the rule.
Is he home?
No, he's not home yet. No, he's not. He's late.
All right. Let's shut this down.
If he walks in, I'm in trouble, though. I'm in serious deep.
We don't want her in trouble, Remy. Let's take care of our girl.
As far as I'm concerned, Tiffany can do no wrong.
That's me too. She really can't. I love her dearly too.
There you go.
We got a good thing on Friday nights. But Remy, thanks for calling in. Let's plan on, I guess, next Friday we get to hear another Remy story, and the three of us get to hang out for a while.
Remy, we love looking at your photos, and we live vicariously. Yes, you and your skill.
Mm-hmm.
I thank you very much. You're much too kind.
You're a good guy. I love you, Remy.
All right, I'm going to go out and breathe the fresh air right now. So
do that.
Me too. I'm going to go watch this meteor shower.
Time for some Zen. How about that?
Yes, I hear you. Remy, take care of yourself. We'll talk to you next week, brother.
You take care. All the best.
All right.
See you.
Yeah, see you.
Thank you. Bye.
At no time were any animals or people hurt during this presentation of Shooting from the Lip.